What's up everyone, Darcblade here bringing you my video reviews for E3 2014. In these videos I'm going to talk about each of the press conferences and what I thought about them. Joining me is Failbunny number 1.
Hello.
And she's going to be giving her opinion too. Now, in this episode we're going to be taking a look at the EA press conference. This conference to me felt like it had a lot of conceptual and behind the scenes sections.
It did a bit, yeah.
A lot of people got angry that they did show us a lot of concept work in that, but isn't it better that they showed us at least something that they're working on than nothing at all?
I think so. I think it's exciting to know what might be coming out later.
Yeah.
And what kind of game it will be.
That's true, that's true. If it's a new IP and they're just showing us conceptual stuff, then I got no idea what it is.
That's true, that's
true.
But
a lot of the stuff they showed were from existing franchises, so we kind of know what to expect.
The first thing they showed was the Star Wars, wasn't it?
Yes, they showed us a almost documentary style trailer for Star Wars Battlefront.
The little we saw of it looked really good.
It looks like it's got a lot of potential in that, and I'm a big Battlefront fan. I had the Battlefront games back on the PlayStation 2. In the early 2000s. Anyway, I got high hopes for this game. Just wish they could have showed us a little bit more.
The next up was Dragon Age Inquisition again.
This time they showed us a gameplay demo of the characters taking down a dragon. They also, after that, showed us a character trailer of each potential one. I also liked the nice touch they had where they brought out an actual musician who played the theme live on stage. I thought that was quite good.
Yeah.
Very sparkly dress. Anyway, Dragon Age Inquisition should be released October 14th, all being well. They then went on to talk about, well, my personal favourite, a bit biased here, the next Mass Effect. A chap from BioWare came out and basically introduced a documentary style video where developers from BioWare started talking and showing us conceptual designs of the next Mass Effect. What they did say though is going to be new. Basically it's beyond Shepard, they told us.
Shepard is not going to be in it.
Yes.
I did love the bit in the documentary style thing they showed, that when they showed the studio.
Yes.
The lights were off. It's like they want to keep everything a secret. Couldn't even see what was on their desk.
Yeah, I got high hopes for the game on that. I might be a bit biased here in that I am a big Mass Effect fan, but just seeing what little they did show us got me really hyped for the next game and that. Even just showing that image of that Krogan.
The world itself looked quite good. The galaxy looked really good. But I'm wondering, when the new Mass Effect comes out, will you cover it?
Of course.
Yeah, I think
of
you're gonna
course.
have to.
There's some games I've built my little channel around, and I think I'll always cover them, no matter where they are in the franchise. You know, Mass Effect, Uncharted, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Well, that's good news.
Yes. Anyway, they also near the end of the documentary said BioWare are working on a brand new IP. Gave us absolutely no information to what this could be, unfortunately.
We'll probably see it next year at E3.
Maybe a hint of something at E3 next year. Anyway, they then went on to show a trailer for The Sims 4. I was actually quite amused with this. They also gave a gameplay demo as well. Not a big Sims fan. I mean, you're more of a Sims fan than I am. What did you think?
It looked like any other Sims game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
They did say that the characters have more memory, shall we say? They remember what you did last night. So if you got into a fight last night, then you're going to remember it. The Sim character is going to remember it in the morning, and his mood is going to reflect on it. And I thought that was really cool.
It looks like it's little improvements. It's like an evolution, not revolution.
The only revolutionary thing they did is that you can import other people's Sims into your own game.
That was quite good. That could be quite good.
It seems like that you have an online gallery of other people's Sims, and you can import them into your own game at any given time. It's really nice.
The Sims 4 should be out on the 2nd of September 2014, all being well. They then went on to talk a bit about their sports section. First, they talked about UFC 14. They gave a big trailer, a Bruce Lee trailer, basically.
The gameplay demo looked good.
The gameplay, yeah, it was good in that, and I'm sure if you are into UFC and that, graphically, I think it's one of the best looking sports games. The game should be out on the 17th of June this year, so that's right around the corner, actually.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Next, they went on to show a trailer for NHL 15. Basically, they showed screenshots before actually showing the trailer, which had a good song to it.
I must admit that during some of these games, I spaced out a little bit, and
I know you're not a big sports fan.
No, and I kept looking at Twitter and what people were saying about the conference.
The NHL games have not been bad. Ice hockey can be quite a fast-paced game and that, and it makes for a good arcadey kind of video game. So it was good to see that they're working on that. They then went on to have a sort of like documentary style section with a new IP being developed by the creators of Burnout.
That's their Criterion people,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes. I believe it's going to be some sort of racing game. They didn't really give too much information about the game. They just showed us that they've been basically riding around in any vehicle you can think of and putting it into some sort of game.
They did say that this new IP is going to include things like helicopters.
Yeah, snowmobiles.
They did have a little bit about snowboarding as well, which I'm quite interested in that.
But anyway, that's one to watch out for. Next, they went on to talk about some more sports games. They talked about PGA Tour, which will be out spring 15. Ain't got too much to say about that. I'm not really a big golfing fan.
But the trailer was amusing.
Yeah, especially when the guy was hitting the golf ball over the battleship. That was kind of interesting. I hope that does spice up the game of golf a little bit for some of you.
I must admit, I heard golf and then I had a little break.
Then they went on to show a trailer for Madden. Basically, the new Madden NFL 15, will all be about defense. They basically improved the defensive side of the game. My brother, who's a big NFL fan, will absolutely love this, and hopefully it will impress American football fans out there.
I must admit that their pitch was not only will playing aggressively be rewarding, but playing defense now will also be more extravagant. You have more moves, more.
Yes.
It should change the game a bit, shouldn't it?
Hopefully, defense is half the game. Madden 15 will be out the 26th of August, 2014, all being well. They then went on to show a new game, a new IP called Dawngate. It's a new MOBA, similar to League of Legends style game. Basically, they showed us gameplay footage. However, I'm not a big MOBA fan, so I don't have much of an opinion on the game at the moment. EA then went on to talk about the new Mirror's Edge. Basically, they gave us a behind-the-scenes documentary again, like they've been doing throughout the conference. They showed us a few clips of what the actual game is going to be like, but it still looks like it's in early stages.
I did like the bit where they had professional parkour people running around with cameras on their head, and then you could see how they kind of used that footage to make their gameplay.
The thing what I don't understand fully, though, is I'm pretty sure they used similar techniques to make the original Mirror's Edge and that. However, I might be wrong here, but Mirror's Edge didn't sell exactly well. I thought the game was okay, I don't think it was great, but I'm wondering why they're bringing it back.
Well, they did say that they're going to deepen the story, the main character's story, quite a bit.
Yeah.
And they're going to explain more about her and why she's doing what she does.
So we'll keep an eye on that. There was no release date for this, unfortunately. They then went on to talk about FIFA 15. Basically, they talked about a lot of new stuff in the game. New ball physics, new one-on-one tactics, new emotions with the characters. They also talked about new physics with the players as well.
I must admit that I spent most of my time on Twitter when they showed FIFA, and there was this one tweet that really stood out for me, talking about the FIFA 15, saying that, I don't remember who wrote it, but it went something like this, yay, FIFA 15 with all new flop mechanics.
Almost there.
Okay. Everybody do that flop. Anyway, yeah, they then went on to show a trailer for FIFA 15 and that, and it does look quite impressive in that. I'm sure all my friends are going to be picking up FIFA 15 when it does come out. It should be coming out around the fall 2014. They then went on to demonstrate probably one of the biggest games that they got going at the moment, which is Battlefield Hardline, which is different from the usual Battlefield games because it's not about warfare as such, it's about basically cops and robbers. They didn't talk too much about the single player on the game, to be honest. They talked more about the multiplayer. They had a big multiplayer demo, which was actually quite good to see. Overall, though, I thought it looked okay. Not great. They did announce during this bit as well that there is a closed beta going on for the PlayStation 4 and PC. Overall, what do you think about EA's conference?
I am not a big sports games fan, I must admit, and that did kind of reflect on how much attention I paid to the conference.
Yeah.
But I can see it being a very good conference for the people that's actually interested in these kinds of games.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, EA, a large portion of their games are sports games. So, what grade would you give it, being a non-sports fan?
Well, that's a very biased grade. I think I would give it a D.
Yes. See. I mean, I'm not a big sports fan, but I do appreciate where they're coming from, and I do like a few sports. So for me, their conference was probably a C. I wish there had been a bit more information on the new Mass Effect.
But hey ho, I must admit that even though I don't like the sports games, FIFA 15 trailer was pretty good.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Anyway, like I said, wish there was more Mass Effect. Now, next we're going to be talking about the Ubisoft conference. Basically, Ubisoft are always a colourful company, I find. They're actually doing quite well. A lot of Ubisoft games are actually sort of like some of my favourite games going around at the moment. Anyway, they kicked off with Far Cry 4, giving us the introduction to the game, I believe.
The audience was really hyped about Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4 looks to be like a game that a lot of people are going to get a lot out of.
That's true, there's certainly a lot of things to blow up.
Definitely. Anyway, the game is supposed to be coming out on the 18th of November 2014. Next, Ubisoft went on to give us Just Dance 2015. Basically, they showed us a trailer to the game, and then they went on to do a live dance thing. Now, I was at one point thinking that Aisha and the developer were actually going to start dancing, but I believe they actually got professional dancers in instead.
I think the dude.
The developer. I forgot his name.
I think he danced, but I think he danced in the back.
But yeah, fun, yes. Whether it will sell games, not so sure. But I'm sure a lot of casual fans will.
Well, the thing they did with Just Dance is that a bit of revolutionary new stuff came out for it. I mean, you can play with your smartphone.
That was actually, yeah, I forgot about that.
If you have a smart TV, you can hook your smartphone up to it and play Just Dance, and everyone that has a smartphone in the room can play it with you.
Yeah, because in the conference they had 30 plus players, didn't they?
Yeah, it's certainly a party game.
Yes, definitely. They then went on to show The Division. They gave us the CG introduction to the game trailer. At least that's what I believe it is. This was actually quite a good trailer. Basically, it showed us a time lapse of how the city of New York became infected with the pandemic and how it developed into the situation it is now.
I really like that trailer.
It was good. It was good. Even if it was CG, it was still good.
I mean, that was the one with the Invisible Man, right?
That's it, yeah. It was an Invisible Man getting beat up, and then suddenly...
You know, kind of going a bit between the lines, saying that violence goes unnoticed and no one takes a stand. And then you see the main character, and he holds out his hand, and then this Invisible Man has become visible, and I was like, mind is blown.
It was good. It got me more hyped for The Division. Can't wait till that next year. Next was a game that actually you quite got impressed with a little bit, which was The Crew. Basically, they showed us the coast-to-coast trailer of the driving game.
I have been wanting a car game, a racing game or something like that for quite a while. I'm starting to feel kind of a craving for just driving around.
Yeah.
And this looked really good.
The crew is basically, you form a crew of fellow drivers, like a multiplayer co-op gang, almost, like you would...
car guild.
Yes, yeah, like a car guild, like a guild from Warcraft, but with you and your mates and that, and then you just go around driving, challenging other people to races over this gigantic map.
I think that's the biggest pro about this game, is that the map is basically coast to coast.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I bet there's an achievement to do that.
Yeah, I am a bit confused though, saying that this is obviously an online game. What I understood is that everyone will be playing on the same map. So you could have like 1 million players on the same map and you just run into them.
Yeah. There might be different servers that can separate people, maybe. I'm not sure how it works.
But
I'm sure
the thing about the after work rush.
Yeah. But
I'm looking forward to more information on it.
Yes,
like
there is a closed beta coming out on the 23rd of July. I'm not sure how you get onto this, but it should be interesting when it comes out for the Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PC.
Can we get it?
We can get it.
Oh, yeah.
It comes out November the 11th, 2014.
I get it for Christmas.
Now, Ubisoft went on to show more of Assassin's Creed Unity, as it is their game. They're developing it.
They had the trailer, didn't they? The CG trailer.
They had the CG trailer, yes. They showed the CG trailer, like I said. They also did a single-player gameplay demo as well. Anyway, they did give us, though, a release date for Assassin's Creed Unity, which was the 28th of October this year, so looking forward to that. Next was Fitness for Gamers. Basically, they showed us a game called Shape Up. For Xbox One only with the Kinect.
It was amusing to watch.
Yes, to watch the developers and that do push-ups and running on the spot and stuff.
But I'm not so sure it will catch on, put it like that.
I can see maybe casual gamers getting into it more than hardcore gamers, but we'll see. If it's an option if you've got an Xbox One. Ubisoft then went on to show a game that actually caught me a little bit, which was Valiant Hearts, a game that uses the same engine as Rayman Legends and that. It basically looks like it's a game set in World War I. The trailer they showed was actually quite depressing for lack of a better word. It looks like there's 4 characters and a dog.
A lot of people were impressed with this.
Yes, the game should be coming out on the 25th of June, so that's just round the corner, really. Next up, Ubisoft give their finale for the night, normally the finales are always a big announcement, and they gave us Rainbow Six Siege.
That's a mouthful. say it quickly 6 times in a row.
Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege. Anyway, they gave us Rainbow Six Siege. They showed us a gameplay demo, although the gameplay demo did feel a little bit scripted in terms of the voiceovers on it. Basically, they're reinventing the series. This, however, was only multiplayer gameplay, and I have my doubts whether it will actually play this good in the final product, especially when it's multiplayer and players can be quite unpredictable and quite unorganised. They did not show us any single player for the game, however. Overall though, what did you think of the Ubisoft press conference?
I really did love having Aisha present. I thought it was a breath of fresh air, even though she did swear a lot.
Yeah, she was a lot more colourful than when compared to the other presenters during the other press conferences, and I'll give that to Ubisoft. So overall, what sort of grade would you give it?
I think I'll go with a C+.
C+ for Ubisoft. Yeah, I probably would give them a C+ too as well. They didn't well, for me, they didn't show off everything I wanted to know what they were doing. For example, I wanted to know more about Assassin's Creed Comet, and they didn't mention it at all. So overall for me, C+. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you guys think. What was your favourite game shown off from EA and Ubisoft? So leave a comment down below. And until next time, I've been Darcblade
And Failbunny,
bringing you our video review for the EA and Ubisoft press conference of E3 2014. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like for more.